Good morning, dear students. I hope that you all are healthy and happy. Today, we all are discuss about that chapter number 7. Before that, we all are already completed 6 chapter in your history and 5 chapter in your civics. Before the examination revision is going on, today we want to explain about the chapter number 7th B. Actually, chapter 7th divided into two parts. 7th A and 7th B. 7th A, the 7th A and 7th B, chapter number 7 divided. 7th A, medieval India. In this chapter we all are discuss about the Chol, Cher, Pandyas, the ruling dynasties of that. And chapter 7th B are given in your book, the Delhi Sultanate. But before explanation of the chapter 7th A, we want to explain about chapter number 7th B. Chapter number 7th B. In next term, we again come back and explain about that chapter number 7th A. Chapter number 7th B, given the Delhi Sultanate. Delhi Sultanate. What was Delhi Sultanate? Why this period is known as the Delhi Sultanate? And what was the time period of this Sultanate? First of all, here Delhi Sultanate started from 1206 to 1526. Near about 320 years India ruled by Sultanate in the hand of Sultan. Means we can say 320 years from 1206 to 1526. India controlled by the Sultan. Namely, there are 5 dynasties continue ruled over India under the 320 years. The first dynasty known as the Slave Dynasty. The first dynasty known as the Slave Dynasty. The Slave Dynasty established by Qutbuddin Aibak in 1206. Who established? Qutbuddin Aibak. In 1206, Qutbuddin Aibak established this dynasty, and all over 1210, means near about 4 years, Slave Dynasty ruled by Qutbuddin Aibak. Qutbuddin Aibak is also known as the Lakh Bucks because he was a very kind person. He was a general of Muhammad Ghori. Before that, you know very well, after the death of Harshvardhan, also given in your book, after the death of Harshvardhan, no one any capable ruler, those who can control and unite the whole part of India. Gradually with the time, the Turks attacked many part of India. Mahmud of Ghazni, Muhammad Ghori in 712 AD. They continue attack on India, and finally in 1300th century they established the dynasty. Before that not. Mahmud Ghori, Muhammad Ghazni. In 1300th century they established the dynasties in India, and then after finally Turk ruler, Turk general, they all are success, because in our country no one any capable ruler, those who can control the foreign attack. Second, lack of unity. Third, absent of centralized leader. So many leaders, I am leader, so many leaders. Then federal setup of the society, means many type of the crisis under the society. So the foreigner attack continue in India and establish their kingdom. And this period, the Slave Dynasty, founded by Qutbuddin Aibak, and it was ruled by Qutbuddin Aibak from 1206 to 1210. Then after the death of Qutbuddin Aibak, the Slave Dynasty ruled by Iltutmish, the time period 1211 to 1236. After the death of Iltutmish, Razia Sultan, the first woman Sultan in Delhi Sultanate, first and last, you can say that first and last Razia Sultan ruled over the Delhi Sultanate in slave dynasty from 1236 to 1240 AD. After the death of Razia Sultan, because not natural death, Razia Sultan murdered by many enemies. After the death of Razia Sultan, Ghiyasuddin Balban again ruled the slave dynasty. The time period of Ghiyasuddin Balban 1266 to 1286 AD means the slave dynasty founded by Qutbuddin Aibak and the last capable ruler of the slave dynasty Ghiyasuddin Balban. Okay. After the decline of the slave dynasty, Delhi Sultanate under the hand of Khilji dynasty. Khilji dynasty, the time period of Khilji dynasty 1290 to 1320. So many rulers have come under the Khilji dynasty, but only one capable ruler. Those are known as the Alauddin Khilji. The time period of Alauddin Khilji 1296 to 1316 means the time period of 1296 to 1316 controlled by Alauddin Khilji into the Khilji dynasty. So many reforms, so many military reforms, so many types of the changes in administrations. It all things are done by the Alauddin Khilji. No doubt, Alauddin Khilji was a great general and military commander, and he also ruled the Delhi Sultanate under the Khilji dynasty the best. Okay. After the Khilji dynasty, Delhi Sultanate again in the hand of Tughlaq dynasty. Tughlaq dynasty starting from 1320 to 1414 AD. The time period of 1320 to 1414 AD known as the Tughlaq dynasty. In this dynasty, so many capable rulers are come, but only they achieved their some important states, not all. Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq was the founder of Tughlaq dynasty. After the death of Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, Muhammad bin Tughlaq come and ruled the Delhi Sultanate, and then after Muhammad bin Tughlaq, then after death of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, Firoz Shah Tughlaq again ruled the Tughlaq dynasty. So these three important rulers of the Tughlaq dynasty, they all are controlled the Tughlaq dynasty. In this dynasty, in this chapter, we discuss about in detail explanation of Muhammad bin Tughlaq and Firoz Shah Tughlaq in next video. After the Tughlaq dynasty, Delhi Sultanate come under the Sayyid dynasty. This is the last second dynasty. Sayyid dynasty ruled from 1414 to 1451. In this dynasty also so many important rulers. Khizr Khan was the founder of Sayyid dynasty. From 1414 to 1421 is the time period of the Khizr Khan. After the death of Khizr Khan, Mubarak Shah ruled the Sayyid dynasty. Mubarak Shah, the time period of Mubarak Shah 1421 to 1434 AD. It was the time that Sayyid dynasty was the golden, means that time highest peak of the golden period. Sayyid dynasty again ruled after Mubarak Shah, Muhammad Shah. After Mubarak Shah, Muhammad Shah again ruled with the name of Sayyid dynasty. After the death of Muhammad Shah, Alauddin Alam Shah, not Alauddin, many times students write Alauddin, no, Alauddin Alam Shah again controlled the Sayyid dynasty. The time period of Alauddin Alam Shah from 1444 to 1441 AD. After that, the last dynasties of Sultanate period known as Lodi dynasty. Lodi dynasty, very important topic and very important incident in Indian history, because after the decline of Lodi dynasty, Babur attacked and established the empire in India. Again India under the Mughal ruler, controlled by the Mughal emperor. So Lodi dynasty is the last dynasty of the Delhi Sultanate. Behlul Lodi was the founder of Lodi dynasty. Means after the Sayyid dynasty, India controlled by the Lodi ruler. Lodi dynasty starting from 1451 and 1526. Lodi dynasty finished because during that time Babur attacked on India and murdered Ibrahim Lodi and established the Mughal Empire. Behlul Lodi was the first and the founder of the Lodi dynasty. After the death of Behlul Lodi, Sikandar Lodi again established as a ruler in a Lodi dynasty. The time period of Sikandar Lodi from 1489 to 1517 AD. But Sikandar Lodi, not any means so many reforms done by Sikandar Lodi. But after the death of Sikandar Lodi, Ibrahim Lodi again established as a ruler in the Lodi dynasty and ruled from 1517 to 1526. But after the Battle of Panipat in 1526, Babur murdered the Ibrahim Lodi and finished the Sultanate period, declined the Sultanate period after the Ibrahim Lodi because no one any capable ruler, those who can control about the Mughal emperor or Mughal ruler. So after the death of Ibrahim Lodi, Delhi Sultanate totally declined and India now under the Mughal ruler. My dear students, it is the short introduction about the Delhi Sultanate. Today we all are discuss about that time period of slave dynasty, which one the important rulers, time period of the Khilji dynasty, which one is the important rulers, Tughlaq dynasty, time period of the Tughlaq dynasty, and which is the important rulers, Sayyid dynasty, the time period of the Sayyid dynasty, and which one is the important ruler of the Sayyid dynasty, last dynasty Lodi dynasty, and which one is the important ruler of the Lodi dynasty. So it all things are the very important topic, especially in chapter 7th B. So please draw this table in your copy, and then after in next turn we again discuss about that Qutubuddin Aibak and work of Qutubuddin Aibak, because only three rulers, especially in your book given three important rulers, Qutubuddin Aibak, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, Firoz Tughlaq, and Ibrahim Lodi. In next turn we will discuss about that which type of administration and which type of work done by the Qutubuddin Aibak, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, Firoz Shah Tughlaq, and the Ibrahim Lodi. Thank you. Please draw the table in your copy. Thank you.